Hi, this is like a vloggy-ish video with like clips and me talking, and I even have a script because I have so much to say. So, let's see. Okay, this video is mainly going to be talking about the Shadow Bone and Bone series that I finished on my new Kindle. And FYI, I also went to the Jonas Brothers concert last weekend, so that's gonna be a whole separate video because the clips are gonna be loud and it's gonna be copyright claimed. Okay. So Shadow and Bone. I finished reading all 3 books in the series, and what can I say? I really enjoyed it. Mostly because I thought like the actors were really handsome, so they were in my brain while I was reading. And I did feel like the books got denser and denser with each one. Like, it's kind of like the Harry Potter books, how they get thicker. Yeah, they keep getting thicker. It kind of sucks, just in my personal opinion, that the public library does not get the same like design. Like this is these two are the same, but this one's hardcover and this one's paperback, and then this one's like a whole nother design. So you see, like the third one is supposed to have the Firebird on it, and it does, but he's up here instead of like smack dab in the middle of like, this is the monster we're hunting in this book, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. And then this one, on this design, the stag, you can barely see it. Like, it's just the antlers right there, and then the sea serpent. Okay, so the books are mainly told from Alina's first person, 1.5-ish person perspective point of view. I really love delving into like a brand new magical world that's different from, you know, the Potterverse. Because like this is different. They're like benders and stuff instead of wand people. I'm also reading the second like duology of the series, which is the crows, and they're the little rascals, thieves, whatever's that are part of the show, but they are not aligned with their story doesn't line up with these ones, but they just put them together because Netflix does stuff like that. Since I watched the reaction videos to season 1 and 2 of the Netflix series, that means I kind of like have in my brain a vision of what each of the characters look like, and I agree with most of them while reading, except for Toya, is that his name? He's supposed to be like a giant person, a giant human, like a large human. He's supposed to like stand out and be above everyone, but they casted Louis Tan, who's super hot, but he's not large. He's not like towering over everyone at 11 feet, and he's not like that wide, you know? I love seeing Louis Tan on my screen, but he's not Toya. And I'm sure he's gotten flack for that, but like, he's hot, so who cares? It's fine. I like him. Okay, these are spoilers about the book 2 and 3, because those are the ones I recently read, and I'm gonna insert my clips of like my live reactions. At the end of the second book, I just finished book 2 of Shadow and Bone. I had to dry my tears and then fold some laundry so I could calm down, and then continue reading the epilogue. The final battle was devastating. Obviously, since it's like a war story, a lot of people died, but how she sacrificed herself and deceived Mal and kissed the Darkling, and then tried to kill both of them to defeat all the shadow people. I was sobbing. I like and hate that the epilogues are always in like third person. They will not name her by name. They always call her the girl and Mal the boy. Meanwhile, the rest of the book is in like first/1.5 person point of view. And then I haven't read it yet, but this one has a chapter of the tailor, which is Grenya's backstory. So I'm gonna read that next, and then on to book 3. The final battle in the second book, it's when the Darkling like attacks the little palace, and then obviously like Alina's really distraught because they were like super well prepared until like vastly did a dum-dum is what I wrote down, and let the Darkling in, and then there was just a whole slaughter of like all the no-name characters, and it was so devastating. And like at the final battle, when Alina goes to the Darkling to kiss him, I cried because I believed it. Like I felt like Mal, where I was watching the love of my life, my childhood love, walk over to her enemy and start making out with him. And I was just crying. I was sobbing so hard. But obviously I knew like there's a book 3, they're not gonna die. They also like Nikolai like tried to escape with his mom and all the parents and stuff in that battle. So I did not know if Nikolai was going to be alive at the end in the next one. I felt like he would have been, but I also in my heart, like Alina, I felt like he wasn't going to make it, and that made me really sad. And in the third book, these are my reactions. I already knew that Mal would be the Firebird because of what I watched of the series recap, but reading it in actuality has made me cry so hard. He spends like the day after finding out just enjoying life, seeing all the colors. Then that night, that day, they finally get to reconcile, which they barely touched like all of this book because he knew that he didn't belong with her. The Darkling executed Order 66. Okay, so that first reaction was when Mal and Alina both figured out that Mal is a descendant of the Firebird, and that meant that he had to sacrifice. He had to choose to no longer. He had to choose to give her his power, which means he couldn't be alive anymore. And they both kind of just like spend their last like 3 or 4 days or whatever together, just like together, you know. I don't think they have a wedding night until like the last one, the last night when they were at the mansion place. But it was just so like man marching to his death, but he's willing to do it because it's for his love, and it just made me cry. And then the final battle. I read the epilogue, so I knew that it would have a happy ending. He's telling her to end him so she could be stronger and defeat the Darkling. Like when he actually sacrifices himself, I know, like I kept thinking like maybe the show kind of embellished because they were like, we need to give everyone a happy ending. But actually reading it, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna make it. But they ended up doing, you know, Harry Potter and Harry as the 7th Horcrux thing, where like his Firebird side died so his Mal side could live, and they both lost their powers. And then at the end, which I had to read, so I knew there would be a happy ending, they both lost their powers and got married and lived as no names happily ever after, you know. In my opinion, like reading these books, they are very slow. When there's action, but in reality it's a lot of slow. Like it's not a day-to-day diary of like, we're training today we're doing this, we're eating this. There's a little bit of that, but they do like weekly or time skips where it's like, oh, we trained for the last week and stuff like that, but it still shows a lot of detail. I feel like a lot of books nowadays are very visually descriptive because the author is A, hoping for a show, series, or TV or movie, or B, the author just has so much in their brains that they want to get it all out on paper and hope that you can see what they see in their minds. And that's lovely. So I also read this. This is a graphic novel about the Darkling back when he was still a little boy and he's traveling with his mama back when she was still black haired. And it's just a little backstory of like what they had to go through. I didn't like it. It took like 20 minutes to finish reading, I think, or less. It was okay. It was fine. You do fine without reading this. Like you don't need to borrow it. And then now I am on the Crows series. This is Six of Crows. Oh, by the way, who knew that the public library was buying sprayed edges? The second book has red, and when I went in the other day, I saw a book that had like a castle print on the side, and I'm like, bruh, the library's like going all out. Either that or like the pre-order ones are cheaper and only comes in like the fancy version. Okay, so the Six of Crows. It is about like Jesper, Kaz, Inez, and all those other people. So each chapter is narrated by a different character, and I don't know how much I love about that, since like the Shadow and Bone series is all mostly from the point of view of Alina, and this, in my personal opinion, with like, I think there's been like 4 or 5 characters so far. Like I'm on chapter 10 or 13, I can't remember. And having that many characters in that short of a time, it felt like a lot of context switching. Like I would have been fine if at first it was just, you know, Inej and Kaz, and then we're going back and forth and back and forth, and then like slowly you add another character's point of view. But that's not what they're doing. Like the first chapter is like this guard who ends up dying in like chapter 3, like off screen, and there's just like a lot of context switching, and like I have so many questions. Like, was Inej used as, you know, a product when she was in a menagerie? I'm sure they'll tell us more about it. Like it's implied that she is, but it's also like I'm not sure, because I don't want to assume until it's told to me. And then they make Kez, is his name Kez or Kaz? Kez, he's like, they make him like super sexy. I feel like the actor he's good looking, but he's kind of goofy looking too. And obviously like we love a smart man who always knows what he's doing. But I think the descriptions and like the words about him and how other people view him, like he's sexy, not just like appearance wise, but I've always been drawn to like personality, and he's got a good one. Not like a good person one, but he's got like an attractive one. And of course everyone's like obsessed with Inej because she's like amazing. That's all I have to say about the Shadow and Bone series. I'm happy to be finished reading the first trilogy, onto the next one, and I don't know if I'm gonna read the King one first or watch the show first. I'm have to look up. So after Six of Crows, they also wrote, I think it's about Nikolai, and he has 2 books, and I'm not sure whether that is like a prequel or a sequel to the Alina's storyline. I think it might be a prequel. I have to look it up and then I'll find out. And then I'll watch the series depending on the order of timeline. Okay. This is me unboxing the Kindle, and then it's gonna end very abruptly, so keep watching. Hi, I borrowed my friend's Amazon Prime for this. I don't use Amazon Prime usually. I don't have Amazon Prime. I try not to order from Amazon Prime. But tell me why it came in a sack when I show you what's inside. Okay. When I first got this one, it came in this beautiful dark midnight blue box, and it had like the Kindle, like the little boy from the logo on it and stuff. This is like a thin cardboard box. It doesn't come with the... So I don't understand technology nowadays. You know, where are people getting their charging bricks if technology is only coming with the charging cord? Am I supposed to plug it into my computer? What if I don't trust plugging things into my computer? That's on me. Sure. But like, provide me with a charging brick so I will have one. Here it is. So this Kindle is the Gen 7 one. And I believe the newest one is Gen 12. This is what it looks like when you pull it out. This is the green one. I'm gonna open it. Okay. Hold up. There's a cover over the charging port. No, wait, that's the button. Oh, it's pretty. And it uses USB-C. It doesn't use micro USB. That's amazing. Let me out. So I got the metallic green Kindle and it came with the jade green. Whoa. Bro, it's huge. Look at that. Oh my god, it's huge. Hold on, you can't. Okay, it's like a half a centimeter bigger, wider. Oh, this is my friend's like favorite color. Her phone case is this color. I'm not gonna turn it on yet. Let's look at the quick start. Wireless charger sold separately. Guess what I got though? Wireless charger sold separately. Guess what the bundle came with? Okay, so I'm gonna keep pulling this out. Oh, this is the signature edition, by the way. And then let's see what's in here. It's black. Cool. So I've been, with all my devices and like accessories and stuff that come with charging cables, I've been labeling them. Or I just put like a color on them so I know what it is. So this one is so cool. Look, it has like a dent right there for your like thumb so you know this way up. And it's like this nice rubbery material. It's a USB-C. That's awesome. I don't know, I'm scared to open it. I'm always like scared. I always have to mentally prepare myself to open a new device. Let's just open this one now. This is the case it comes with. It says Kindle on it. Okay, I'm sure I could scratch that off if I wanted to. There's this whole, oh no, it's just cardboard. There's a whole booklet in here. That teaches you how to put your Kindle in. Okay, so the thing with like devices and how they come with color is that the front will always be black. Like this is plastic. Couldn't they have made this pretty too? You tell me how much those two colors match. That's matte. That's like not matte, but you know, textured. Even like the inside, that's a totally different shade of green. But you're supposed to put it in like this. I'm not gonna put it in yet because the bundle that I chose, which is almost $200 by the way, it came with a totally nondescript. I mean, there's info here, but the rest of the box it just says Amazon and Anchor. There's like nothing else on the rest of the box. Unless that's what this is. I think this is the security tag. It comes with a quick start guide. Solid for 3 seconds when it turns off. And then turns off. Solid white means it's charging. Flashing white means metal objects detected. Flashing red means over voltage, under voltage, or other stuff. Oh, this comes with a little like, it's textured, kind of like the case. Look how it fits. It slots in perfectly. That's beautiful. I have thoughts. Oh, it comes with one of these. So it's cool that it doesn't use a USB-C. It's cool that it comes with an adapter, but it's one of these old-fashioned devices back in the day when all of your devices have a different thing, so you couldn't like, oh, let me just grab my VCR one or my CD player one and plug it into this. We're gonna plug it in and see what the charge is at, and then we're gonna turn it on. This is such a good example of why technology is bad. I just turned on parental controls for purchases because I went to Goodreads and there was a button that says buy now, and it immediately just bought the item. There wasn't a confirm, which card do you want to use, anything. But there was also a very easy cancel button right on the same page. Now that I've used it for a little bit, I wish there were like timers on this. Okay, I have two things to say. First of all, it has Bluetooth capabilities, and you can listen to an audiobook while using this, which is like, it's basically just like a fancy phone, or a simple phone if you want to think of it like that. I was looking it up. You do need the Audible audiobook version plus the Kindle ebook version. You have to own both copies to be able to listen and read at the same time. If not, I borrowed one of the books and it has both in it, but you can only use one at a time. You can't read along. It's called like immersive reading or something. And it doesn't allow that unless you own both copies, which is like double money for Amazon. If you guys can hear that, there's a person getting into a bus over there and they're special needs. Okay. Let me show you the size difference. I know I did a little bit in that video, but here, let's line up the edges, the corners. It's like a 1/4 to 1/2 centimeter all around, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. I am a little bit bummed because I just got this case and it has the reading strap to hold on to, and the one that it comes with does not. But I'm totally fine with that. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm not totally fine with it. I'm just fine with it. A new device means more stickers. I could put stickers on stuff. I don't know if it'll stick to this. I'll try to put like a small one I don't care about here. Let's see if it sticks, and then I might put a bunch on the back. Like this one I got is like this like fake leathery fabric that has prints that looks like it's fabric, but it's not. Like this would probably have some stickers. It could be like one of those non-stick surfaces. I could always put like stickers in here, but that is felt, so I feel like that's also non-stick. And then I could put stickers down here, which like on my original Kindle I put stickers around the edges, the white edges. Wait, okay, there is this little thing up here. Is that a sensor? Oh, it probably is a sensor, yeah. I think it's a light sensor because it has like auto dimming. This case that came with the bundle, I don't like it because it's magnetic right here, so it magnetizes to itself, and like I can't close it easily without like sticking my finger in there and hurting myself. Whereas like normal ones that I have, it's just loose, which I get that it's a little bit flappy and annoying, but it's easier to like do this. And if you're holding it while reading, you're just doing that. So like, and I sometimes like to stick my finger in here because I fidget. So like, it's fine that it's loose. I guess it's a little better that it closes on itself so it's not flapping. But I did wish the magnet was just a tiny bit less strong. Okay, so the major differences is the old Kindle. So this is did I say Gen 7 or 5? I don't remember. It has a lip all the way around on the screen and it's recessed, okay? And then this one, it's completely flat all the way around and it's not recessed, obviously. And I already have scratches on it. I think I can just buff it out from like cleaning or something, but I feel like this is it's a little bit more touch sensitive. And I was using it yesterday, and I feel like it, the pages turn from anything. Like it was really sensitive. I was just like opening the case or something, and like the pages started turning, or I was trying to put the case on or something, and the pages kept turning. So let's see. That's fine. Okay, I grabbed a thing. Yeah, see, look, it's turning the page. Now, I don't want that, cause like the old one, it's a lot less sensitive. So you can't accidentally like put your hand on it, and it's only like soft touch only, which is like it's like skin touch only. Like you only change pages based on your skin, right? Let me try it with my phone. Yeah, see, like this is a good thing. This one's too sensitive. Like if I accidentally brush it, or like sometimes I'll leave my Kindle open and then go do stuff, or like move it around, and then like my page turned, that's not a good thing. We'll see. I'll look up what I can do. I did restart the device, but if it's turning when you touch anything on it, that's not a good thing, and that's not something that can be fixed. I don't think. I think that's a hardware issue. But anyway, that's my video. I'm going to Disneyland today, so that video's coming up. They probably already came out because I like editing the Disney ones first.